Good morning, it's Sheila from She's a Sassy Lady, and I'm jumping in on this tag. Melody Lane and Amy at May Made It have kind of challenged everyone to tag on this, and I forgot what it's called. It's a collaboration of crafting supplies and you know what you use and things like that. At any rate, I have to put my glasses on to read what each one of the things are. It says the most expensive tool you use on a regular basis. What's the most expensive tool? And I would have to say, just like everyone else, my machines, my cutting machines, my my Expression 2, my Silhouette, and then my Big Shot, my Cuddle Bug. These are like everyday items that you must have. And then my new little thing that I absolutely love is my envelope maker. Inexpensive, but love it, my envelope punch. You gotta have it, so get out and get that one. Now the second question was least expensive crafting tool on a regular basis. And I'm probably doing the same thing that everyone's doing. My bone folder. Gotta have a bone folder. This one is about wore out, and I have about 3 of them, but this is the one that I use all the time. And hubby is working in the kitchen. I'm getting a little freshen up in my kitchen, so I'm all excited about that. And then the oldest item that you made, that you still have, that you still use. Well, I made, when I first started blogging, I was on Tuesday Treats, which was from an offshoot of the Bug Bites, which was Pam and Crystal, and they invited me to do, and then we were assigned a thing, and that was a purse. And you had to do it on your Gypsy, and I did the purses on my Gypsy, and I still have them, and they are as cute as could be. I made 4 of them, and I had a feather bow around the top of them, and they did turn out really nice. And then the crafting tool that was a waste of money, I have it here, and I'm actually going to take it to the next card party and offer it to any girl that wants it. Other people love this thing. I couldn't figure out how to do it, and that was a top score multi-board, perfect for card and boxes every time, with this award-winning scoreboard. It teaches you how to make envelopes too. The CD is in there, everything's in there, and I could not figure out how to work this thing. If my life depended on it, I couldn't do it. Now you need to know I am not mechanically inclined. A lot of ladies absolutely love this tool, and that's why I was so thrilled when the envelope punch came out by We Are Memory Keepers. That's wonderful. That was my waste of money. I mean, I haven't even been able to use it once. And then it's this crafty tool that is the best bargain. The best bargain. I didn't think that one out. The best bargain. I'm going to go with my Memory Keepers, the punch. I got it on sale. I got it for $15.99, and they're normally $20, and it was free shipping. And I make all kinds of envelopes, and I use it all the time, and it's wonderful. I put it in my envelope box. Okay, number 6. The best storage item you ever had. I've got so many neat storage items that I use. I mean, my whole craft room, and I don't know whether you can see behind me. I'll see if I can lift up. Everything is set in boxes for whatever they are, and I use that, but that's a part of my 100% organization. But I guess the neatest organization tool, and I have to say that Ian Dreger was the one that designed this, and it's absolutely wonderful. And the only problem I have is opening the thing. I can never get this silly thing open, and that's me. That's not the fault of the... I've got one side opening, and I keep my little... let's try this one. This one hasn't got many in it, but we'll give it a try. I keep my little daubers in it. There we go. And look at this. I keep my daubers in it, but I keep the color ink on top so that it coordinates. So that way I have a dauber for every color ink that I own. And it's wonderful because it's marked right on there. And as you can see, I've got areas that are open that I can add different colors to. And I have got the Stamps of Life, Stephanie's, and I'm going to add hers on here. So it's a wonderful, wonderful tool for me that I use, and it was very inexpensive because we all have daubers. All I had to do was buy the boxes, and I think the boxes were only $6 a piece, and I store them in there all the time. Okay, best storage idea. That was that. Worst storage idea that I ever implemented. I took a photo album, and I took the photo album and I put all my bling in it so that I could just page through it. Well, the photo album started out, it was only about this wide, about 6-7 inches wide, and it was about 12 inches tall. And by the time I inserted in each one of those pictures the different bling that I had so that I could just page through it kind of like a notebook, it turned out where it was just stood up all the way around, and it took up so much space. It took almost 15 inches across in my craft room, and my craft room is really small, so that made it difficult. And so I took that out, and now I have, just like I have every one of my my things, I have a storage bin, I have all my bling in there, and I just dig through. And anytime I need any type of bling, which is good because then I see everything, you know, which is kind of nice. So that works out good. Most watched YouTube channel, our YouTube video was on my organizing paper, that one, and it was close followed by the 3-fold card, you know, where you have double fold, and so it's got 3 sides to it. That, because when they came out with the E2, everyone had that card that bought the initial E2. Only the initial one that went out, you couldn't buy a cartridge that had it on it. And so I designed one on my Gypsy, and then I had all kinds of people watching that one. So that was, they were like within 3 shows of each other. And your best viewed, okay, biggest crafting mishap. Went to my mother's, and I have got, I'm one of these people, when I have something that's comfortable, I wear it a lot. And I had this one nightgown that I absolutely loved, and I had it for 15 years, and I had 3 different colors. One of them literally fell apart, and the other 2 were starting to fall apart. So I told my mother, I said, I've really got to have one of these. And she was quilting, and so I decided to just use the one nightgown, and I got a piece of nice material, and I used the one nightgown for a pattern and put together the thing. But on one side, I was like right up to the edge, and I thought, well, I can just bring it in a little. Well, the funky thing is it turned out that it looked like I had a breast problem. One was up here, the other was way down there, because it just pulled one of them way in, the other one I was free, and it was just a nightmare. It didn't even work at all. And you'd think it would, but it didn't, and it was because of that one I tried to tuck in or make it smaller, you know. And then items that you stack up on at your craft stores. I stack up on paper, number 1, paper, and then my adhesives, because we all have all kinds of other things, but I've got to have adhesives, and I have to have paper, so I stack up on those all the time. And then your favorite non-crafty store to buy crafts in. I would say non-crafty store would be an office supply. I go to an office supply store and I go crazy, and that's where I can buy regular A2 envelopes or any size envelopes, and I can get all kinds of different pens, etc., etc. So I like and it doesn't matter which one. I mean, I don't care whether it's Office Max, Office Mart, Office Depot. It just doesn't matter. Just give me an office store and I'm lost, just as good as I'm in a craft store, I'm lost. I mean, I don't want to come out. Crafting, this is number 13. Crafting, wish you could do but can't. I can't knit. Cannot knit. I've tried knitting and I'm just not good at it, and I would like to be able to knit. I know how to crochet, but I don't know how to knit. And then, what's your next craft room? What's a must on your craft room craft tool? What's my next purchase on a craft room craft tool? I am really seriously considering getting the Explorer. I will wait until fall when all the updates are done. You got to remember, I'm the one that bought the first Gypsy, and I went through all the bugs and the big learning gap that was there because there was no one training you, and I was a part of the women that jumped on board and tried to teach people how to use the Gypsy. Well, I don't have the patience anymore to do that, and I want to be able to jump on the Explorer and have that, I think it's the design studio or whatever that is, to just be able to work perfectly. And so I want to wait until it's ready, and then I'll jump on that. And then what made me start a YouTube channel? That's going back to when we all got our Gypsies, and there was like a group of 4 or 5 of us that got the Gypsies from the onset, when it came on HSN, and we got our Gypsies, and there were absolutely no videos on it, and there was no instructions on how to work it. And so about 5 of us started a YouTube channel, and then we would share with each other on how to make something, and we would talk amongst ourselves, and then, okay, you take this and you take that and you do this, and we would learn by doing one particular thing that we wanted to get done, and that way we weren't all trying to do the same thing, and we learned how to work our Gypsies and became experts at our Gypsies. And that's how I started. I mean, I've learned so much on YouTube, and by getting and making a YouTube channel of my own, I feel like I'm doing kind of like a payback, helping other people, just like people help me to learn. And I've learned so much, and I can't thank everyone for having a YouTube channel. And there's so many more people I want to subscribe to, and it seems like every time I see one that does something on video, I have to subscribe, because they're just so wonderful, and there's so many talented people out there, and I'm kind of bottom of the list, but I enjoy my craft, I enjoy my paper crafting, and it's really been a blessing for She's a Sassy Lady to be able to do that and share with people and help other people out. At any rate, I'm not going to keep you any longer. You have a blessed day. Amy, Melody, thank you for doing that. I've learned a lot of tips just by hearing the other people, and I can't wait to try them out. I'm watching all the videos. You have a blessed day. Thank you for joining us today. Bye now.